Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of would you eat lab-grown meat? Nowadays we have all these meats such as the Impossible Burger, the Beyond Burger, the corn meat, stem cell meat, all these things that are being thrown at us, and everything is trying to replicate the fact that, that we have a need to not basically eat so many animals, because the fact is that animals really deserve the right to live, and we are growing so much as a population on this earth, and we are overeating. We're overeating, be it fish, such as well as meats, such as well as basically pretty much anything that can be had as food. We're just taking all the resources of the world. We're destroying the seas. We're destroying whatever kind of water we have. It doesn't have to always be from the sea. Could be just from the pond, could be from the lakes, it could be from all these things, and we're just destroying everything. And the fact that we're destroying all this stuff, the problem is that now we have to find alternatives. So we are fighting with people who are purists in some way, where they're saying, you can't really use stem cells and all that because it's wrong, just by the way that they're getting them. And then there's other people who are saying, by figuring out how to clone cells and basically replicate them and stuff like that, now we can, it does cost at the moment more expensive to create that kind of meat, but if you can have a lab-grown meat that is basically the same thing as a regular meat, first of all, in some way, if they don't exaggerate too much in the modification, I would say that why not? It might actually be healthier than what we have currently, because if you really think of it, all the animals that are in farms and stuff like that, they're being fed such bad stuff. They're being fed so many horrible things, and if they're living off of that and they're suffering and all that, we're basically eating all that. So how can it be nourishing to our body if basically they're eating crap? It's kind of like the same thing, like you are what you eat, right? So we try to be healthy, we try to live longer, we try not to have illnesses and stuff like that, so we try to eat healthy, but yet then we eat all these animal products that are basically from slave animals that are given all the crappiest food just in order to become fat as fast as possible, and big as fast as possible too, with all these hormones. And where did the hormones go? They go within our body too. So that's another problem. And I'm certain that countries that basically have more hormone-fed foods will tend to have people who are actually taller. It's kind of weird, but haven't you ever wondered why people from supposed third world countries sometimes they're shorter and stuff like that? I have a suspicion. Of course, it's also genetics and stuff like that, but I have noticed that if people are born in countries that, even though they might be from the same location as a third world country, they'll be taller if they were exposed to it from a very young age than people who live in poorer countries. But we could also say that it's just the fact also that maybe they're not fed as well. I don't know. But let's stay back on the theory of would you eat stem cell meat? I would definitely do it. The thing is that would a vegetarian eat meat if it could be grown in a lab? There's the health factor too. It doesn't necessarily have to be the fact that because you're vegan or vegetarian that you're just thinking about the animals. I think you are thinking about the animals, but you're also thinking about the fact that in reality, us as human beings, we don't actually need to eat so much meat. We tend to eat it nowadays almost at every meal, or some people do. And the fact that you're doing that is not necessarily good. It's actually very unhealthy, because in nature, you didn't have so much meat. You didn't have so many access to sugars and all these preservatives and stuff like that. So the fact was that basically in nature you would have meat maybe once a week or twice a week or something like that, and that was enough to sustain you, and the rest was vegetables or things that weren't cooked even. and stuff like that. And nowadays it's just changed. People don't realize that's why we have so many obese people, and actually back problems, knee problems, and all these things. They don't happen within societies, or they happen much less within societies that are moving and hunting and stuff like that. And at the same time, it also creates a lot of inflammation if you really look at it too. So inflammation is not good for the body, and that's the thing is it's not because you're vegetarian or because you are vegan or something like that and they give you now the choice of stem cell grown meat that all of a sudden you can eat meat. I'm sure some people will, because now they won't have the guilt of having had to kill some other animal in order to feed you yourself. So yeah, there's that too. But I do believe that that it is a good thing. It's probably going to be more expensive in the beginning. Eventually it's going to be less expensive. The only thing that's kind of scary, it's kind of like GMOs. The fact is that they might modify that meat for it to last longer and to be bigger and to be faster, to be bred and stuff like that, just to grow faster. And that's where it becomes a little bit dodgy, is that they might not have the highest interest in us, and it's all to save money because they have to be able to sell that meat at a reasonable price. But what's sad is that sometimes I feel like I'd prefer to pay a little bit more and know that I'm getting something that's basically good, that's healthy for me. But most corporations don't think that way, unfortunately, and it's a very sad thing, because after all, we only have one life on this earth, and if we're not able to live it in a healthy way, and we almost have no choice about it because, well, that's all that's given to us, then you have to kind of go out of your way in order to figure out how to overcome that. But anyways, that's my little rant on the subject. I hope that it was informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.